And you alluded to it a little bit, Wes, but our must start together, we doubled down on it, was Jahmyr Gibbs. And listen, 8 fantasy points isn't what we wanted tonight. We wanted an explosion from Jahmyr Gibbs. I want to give some credit to the Chiefs defense because they held the Lions offense to 14 points. The Lions had 21. We just talked about it. One of them was the pick six. The dude looks awesome. He had only 9 opportunities, but he had 42 rushing yards on 7 rushes. That's 6 yards per carry, opposed to David Montgomery's like 3.5 yards per carry. Jahmyr Gibbs looked so much better as a runner, in my opinion. There was a report that came out on Wednesday that was saying the Lions may limit Jahmyr Gibbs' workload in week 1. They just want to, they may not give him the full workload right away. If 6 yards per carry and that efficiency is not the full workload, I'm very excited to see what is. Because I think this guy is going to be freaking awesome. I think he's going to be really special. They use him in really good ways. 2 catches out of the backfield. He had a little sweep that he came around on and got the ball on. Some outside zone runs that he just looked really, really good. Hang tight. I know Jahmyr Gibbs owners are not stoked with what this performance was. 8 points is not exactly what you're hoping for, but Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a really special player this year, and I'm not too worried about this. So, any closing remarks?
Other than it's an opportunity to try to make a trade for the scared Jahmyr Gibbs owners. For those that are worried. Yeah, take a shot, make a big move, try to get Jahmyr Gibbs. Obviously, this is something that we've talked about before. David Montgomery will likely continue to vulture touchdowns. He will likely still be part of the goal line work. And I don't anticipate David Montgomery not doing this again. I think he can do this. I think it's possible that he also has 10 or 15 carries in a game while Jahmyr Gibbs is the official starter. I think it's going to be a tandem. So what I learned from Thursday night is Montgomery is actually going to be a decent flex play. That is all I learned. I did not learn anything about Jahmyr Gibbs not being the 12th overall pick in the NFL draft. I did not learn that he is not worth your 3rd or 4th pick in the draft in fantasy. It just wasn't the starting game. So you may lose this week because of Gibbs' underwhelming performance, but keep him because you are going to get that amazing upside. And he got 2 targets already, which was not bad. I'll take that. 2 targets, 18 yards. It's going to be there. Hang tight on Gibbs.
Yeah. 2 targets for Jahmyr Gibbs. 0 work in the passing game for David Montgomery. So when they are passing the football and they're in a passing back situation, Jahmyr Gibbs will be the guy on the field. David Montgomery, 21 carries. I'll say this. He's the guy. I think he is going to. It's probably gonna be a 1A and a 1B, but he is the 1A. He is the 1A on this team. If tonight is telling us anything, the David Montgomery move was one of our first episodes for the season. Was my favorite move of the offseason. He had the 2nd most expensive running back free agent contract this year. They brought him in for a reason, and I think I think they're really going to use this guy. I think I watched tonight's game and I went, man, I think I should have maybe drafted a little bit more of David Montgomery in some of my leagues. I think he's going to have a legit floor. I think, like you just said, I think he can be a weekly flex play. Truly, I think if he's getting 20, he got 21 carries tonight. Again, listen, they're playing the Chiefs. They want to keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. So maybe it's a little bit of a different scheme. Maybe it's a little different here. But 21 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown, that's pretty great. I think by the end of week 1, David Montgomery will probably be inside the top 10 for rushing yards in the league. And listen, we saw it in Chicago. Totally he was consistently like a top 20-ish running back. I think they can definitely get there again. If tonight is telling us anything, I think Montgomery could be pretty solid.